Alright, everybody, we're back on track. Super Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins. It's got a save file. Oh yeah, and you turn into a Mario bomb to clear one. I also think there's an easy mode. I don't actually know what easy mode is. So, I'm pretty sure I've beaten this game. Is he slow? I know I had this game as a kid, and I played it a ton, but I don't remember, like, with the other, as I do. So Super Mario, Super Mario Land 1, I remember playing a lot, and, you know, my siblings playing a lot. This one, I remember playing, but I don't remember my siblings playing. Doesn't mean they didn't, but, you know. I don't know why, but this is a game that I just played a lot by myself. And also, I still have my, my original Game Boy copy of. I wish there had been someone who talked me out of, as a kid. My mom tried to talk me out of it, but I was like, Mom, you don't understand. Tried to talk me out of selling my... Sorry, I wanted to hear the music. I wish someone had tried, who wasn't my mom, to talk me out of selling old video games. I feel like... Okay, wait a minute. This definitely drew a lot from Mario 2, didn't it? But yeah, my mom tried to talk me out of, like, selling games to GameStop or whatever, because I was like, I want to get new games, you know, and so you sell all your fucking games. But then, you definitely come to regret that later, right? There's like a little counter at the bottom that shows how many kills I've made. That seems like an odd thing for a Mario game, doesn't it? Shit. Nah. I remember that you could leave early. If you didn't want the thing. Alright, hold on for a minute. Okay, I think I'm back. This is how I remember this game, is you could kind of choose where you were going next. You could choose between the different worlds. And, you know, defeat different worlds at different times and shit. But yeah, it's like when I was a kid, you know, you resell all your games because you're like, I don't want to play, you know, Donkey Kong Country anymore. I want to play something new. And then you get something new that almost always sucks more than what you traded for it. Because, you know, the thing about GameStop, I mean, the original GameStop scandal was that, like, the price they paid for games to kids was, like, pretty ridiculously low, right? And it did seem a little bit usurious of children, I guess. If I'm gonna be legally about it. It seemed like they were, like, taking advantage of the fact that kids are dumb. Kids don't know what they want. They're dumb. But it's more like the short-sightedness. You know, maybe GameStop should exist. Because it's like a good lesson for, I don't know, shit like student loans in the future. Because it's like, oh, they're gonna give me all this money. Great. That's all I need to know is, here's the money. And then it turns out, oh shit, you know, I need more than just this money. Well, I don't need whatever this is. Ah, the goo levels. Deet, 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 deet. Cow. A lot of fire flowers, not a lot of bunny ears in this one. I remember as a kid playing this and disliking that it was bunny ears. That's what you use to fly. That's your raccoon tail / cape in this game. I remember not liking the bunny ears, but then that's so stupid because I was like, but why is a raccoon tail better? You know? It's not like that's any more logical for flight than a raccoon tail. Raccoons are no more known for their ability to fly than a bunny. I would say they are pretty equal in flight terms. Perhaps a bunny can fly or jump further, which is, you know, a flying equivalent-ish? I thought that was possible. This is what I remember doing in this, is like, there would be spikes below. So, yeah, there you go. Oh, I guess I didn't have to get up in that early. So you just use this to sort of go by, and the tree sap, probably this is? Now, I'm gonna tell you some truth, which is that I played this game just a couple years ago, maybe even a year ago, and played most of this game, but then got to the last castle, Wario's Castle, and gave up because it was way too hard. It seemed like I think I had very little problem getting through this game, and then that last challenge wore me down big time. I don't know if you have to tap this or if you could just hold it, but, you know, not taking my chances. Whew! I have my doubts about whether or not I'll be keeping my extra lives. Just because the Super Nintendo one didn't let me keep my extras, so it seems unlikely that this one will, but hey. I guess I'm not sure, too, what this kill count means here. Anyway, GameStop, student loans. GameStop should, like, should be a tool to teach kids about student loans. Like, remember when you got rid of that game that was really good, and you got this other game that kind of sucks? Do you want to, like, if you could do that over, what would you do? And then student loans is like, yeah, remember when you got that money now, but then it really sucked paying it back in the future? The analogy doesn't totally work, but, you know what I'm saying. More than once I've walked out on this game by accident. Do I do ants or bees? Shit, I think I made the wrong choice. No. The floating power of the bunny ears is, like, off the charts. Okay, you can just hold it. That's good to know. I mean, it's like, this game I just don't remember being that hard, but it's interesting. They made a real effort to, like, differentiate the worlds, you know? Like, Super Mario World, I felt like didn't, you know, it had some of that, but not as much as maybe you'd want. That was a tricky... It was like a 1-up comes out of there, but it's like, well, that's gonna cost you your life, probably. But you know, it's not like the worlds weren't themed as hard as they are in this game. It is my memory, anyway. And so I do like that this game is themed so hard. I think that makes it fun. Whereas like, oh shit, shit, shit! Oh no! Wow, you really die quick when you touch the ground there, huh? Good to know. Just gotta wait for this guy, I guess. Now I actually need this. I feel like it's probably something happens if I kill 100 guys. Shit. I bet it doesn't give me credit for the kill if I... If I knock that guy, like, into a pit. I bet I don't get credit for that as a kill, but I should. If it hadn't been for me, he would still be alive. Alright. I see. This is a very Mario thing to do. Is like, okay, we'll give you one version of this owl first where it's like low-key and you know, if you fall off, you'll be fine. Then we're gonna give you a second version that's a little more difficult. Gotcha. I feel like Castlevania did that a little bit. But I'm not sure. I'm not gonna bet my life on Castlevania being friendly in any particular way. The classic Mario physics of running across the blocks that are one block apart are intact, I'm proud to say. I don't know why I'm proud. Like I did that. I think the cape is my favorite flying mechanism, though, so far. I think the cape... Oh, boss time. The cape, A, is just fun. I think the idea of it's fun, because, like, what little kid didn't, like, play around with a cape? It takes me back to, back in the days of film cameras. I got a camera, like, for Christmas one year. And I tried to take pictures of me looking like I was flying. This is so stupid. Okay, so you gotta get the coins, then you unlock the evil Wario level of Doom. I think there are also, like, secret stages in this game, if I'm not mistaken. Like, if I go back in here and go to this B level, I wonder. Oh, that guy looked a little too friendly to just kill like that, didn't he? Yikes. I'm a murdiddly urgler. Uh-oh. That bee was wearing a skull. I mean, you know, I see a lot of Instagram things that are about, like, you know, oh, bees are our friends and whatever. And I'm sure that's probably true, and that bees probably won't fuck you up if you don't mess with them. Which I also think is true, and I respect that in an animal. I'm like, yeah, I mean, if the rattlesnake is gonna use its rattle to be like, hey, I'm over here, don't come over here, I'm totally fine with that. You know? Shit. I'm like, if you don't want me to come over there, rattlesnake, I won't. But also, I'm like, is it really a mystery why we're afraid of bees? Bees were like enemies and everything. I'm gonna go for this. I want this carrot or whatever that is. Hmm? Yes! Oh, anyway, so I got this camera. And I put on, I know there's a secret stage. I think it's in the ant level. But I'm not sure. But that's okay. That doesn't matter. I'm not, like, real committed to the secret stage in this case. Ugh! Oh, that's right. There's a fucked up level coming up with some stars and an auto scroll that's got awesome music. That, you know, probably spawned like the EDM. But like, holy shit, is that an unforgiving stage? Why are there so many Goombas? I don't know if I know what this stage is. This might be one of those things that was like, I think there's a secret here that I haven't figured out. So I get the camera, and I was like, I want to take pictures so it looks like I'm flying. So I got something to hold me up, which was an ottoman, and put on like a blanket, like a cape, and you know, put it out behind me, and had my brother try and take the picture. And you know, part of the problem with pictures at that time, it wasn't exactly what you see is what you get, so you might have the viewfinder. Yeah, see, what was that? There's gotta be something like you gotta get all the coins or something, right? And something happens there. Oh yeah. Is this bubble level, I believe? So you can just float. Oh, this is also, you can just hold it down, okay. Oh! I think if you get popped, then you have to, like, run along. So this is, like, a very easy level if you don't get popped. And if you played it the way I did as a kid, which is, like, who gives a shit about any of this stuff, you can just float right over the whole damn thing. Oh. But yeah, I think you could just do one of these jobbers through most of this level. Oh, shit. But see, there you go. I'm like, I'm not gonna take the coward's way out, I'm an adult now. Then I'm like, I wish I'd taken the coward's way out. That's right. That's right. So you know, the picture came out like shit, of course. And, oh yep, here we are, Space Zone. I remember this being kind of the most brutal couple of stages. I thought you could fly, but maybe that's in the later one. I don't think my ears work in space. In space, ears don't help you flutter. Oh my god. It's interesting. There's like a weird jump physics. My cape photos turned out like shit, is the moral of that story, or the end. Look at this angry spaceship. With sneakers. Oh, fuck. What an asshole. Alright, let's see if I can make this leap. Oh. See, you made a mistake, my friend. I don't think running jump helps at all in this stage. So, you know, the picture looked like shit. I did not look whatsoever like I was flying. To the surprise of no adult, I'm sure. And no person listening to this. Me laying flat on an ottoman, you know, with the attempt to crop the ottoman out, didn't look like a picture of me flying. But what was also really funny, well, I think the funniest part of this is, like, I guess in my mind it would work. But even if in my mind it was like, why would you be flying through your living room 6 inches above the floor? You know what I mean? Like, what is that? But hey, you know, it's a living. So, yeah, there was a picture of me. Who knows if it still exists? Flying, quote unquote, 6 inches above the floor. Okay, this is the level I remember being brutal. Yeah, so you can fly. Dun, 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 dun. Listen to that dance music, though. Doesn't that make you just want to dance? Pump, 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 pump. I think this works, too. Yep. It's a little trick for those of us with memories. One of the few advantages of remembering things from childhood. I've talked to Poonmaster Flex a lot about how, like, I don't have a great memory. Especially of, like, general childhood, I wouldn't say I have a very good memory. Not, I have bad memories. I would say I don't remember a ton of that time life books. But, for certain things, I have an incredible memory. Like, if I start singing a jingle from a commercial from that time, you know, season's greetings to our souls, yummy fruity pebbles in a bowl. Oh, here comes you know who, yabba dabba doo, delicious too. Ho, 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 I'm hungry. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. You know, and it's like, why do I remember that? No reason. There's no reason that I remember that, but I do. It's not really about why. It's just, you gotta just accept that you do remember it, right? Well, if that was it, that was not so bad. That was not as bad a level as I remember it being. Oh. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, man. This 1-for-1 exchange is not gonna work in my favor in the end. Got him. I wonder if there was another, secret level for the star stage that's more difficult. That didn't seem so bad, right? Okay. There we go. 2 coins. What do we got? Oh, is this Tiny Land? Macro Zone. I guess the zone is macro, and I'm micro, right? Oh, shit. But yeah, there are just certain things you remember from childhood that there's no reason to remember them. You know, it's not like... I couldn't even go on a game show. Oh, my God. Couldn't go on a game show and make use of that. That's how useless it is. In an old TV commercial that they ran over and over, what did Scrooge say to the honeybee from Honey Nut Cheerios when the bee asked if he'd like some Honey Nut Cheerios? Alex, was it, "My customary gruel will suffice, thank you"? That is correct. You've just won not only Jeopardy, but the respect of many others watching. Because you knew that. And that's the kind of knowledge that we respect. That's what we would expect from someone of your caliber, and it's what we respect. I see, if you go into your flight at a run, the flight is faster. Woo. He's just a regular ant. See, these ants are tricking me, because... How do I... Maybe I can only do those with fireballs, huh? Oh, shit. Wonder what the, if that same thing, I wish I should have been paying attention to the color of the level to see if there might be secret stage possibilities, as there were in Mario 3. You know, I was like, this is clever. They're like coming out of flower pots. And I'm like, they're fucking flowers. Why haven't they come out of flower pots before? That feels like a move that I would be like, I could come up with that. Like if I was working on Mario Land and they're like, what should we do in the macro zone to, you know, distinguish the plants? And I'd be like, what if they came out of a flower pot? And everybody would be like, I kind of like it because it, you know, it works, but what an idiot. Like, we got him here for this. I feel like somebody would have come up with that, right? Given enough time. Like a little kid would be like, what if it grew out of a flower pot? Blink. How would you get this? Aw, shit. The size of the Mario sprite in this game is also pretty amazing. This is like a thing, okay, so like Super Nintendo games I think had this problem in particular, and Game Boy adopted it as well. It's like big sprites like this, and for those who don't know, a sprite is basically the character, the Mario's body. And it's like, big sprites are impressive, like they look really good on the game. But the thing is, when you play the game, sometimes if the sprite is too big, what ends up happening is that, oh shit, is that the hitbox, or like, so the amount of screen you occupy, if you occupy a lot of the screen, it doesn't give you as much ability to like look ahead and see what's coming, right? Like, I can't really see anything right now, because the screen's gotta be centered on, oh my god, on Mario. So many coins. I feel like there's a gambling game in this game. Like there's a reason that I'm collecting 100 coins and it's still counting up. The pipes are also fast. Anyway. Well, shit. So when the sprite is as big as Mario is in this game, it does make it a little bit more difficult. Because basically, there's less space on the screen for shit that can hurt you to be on the screen but not hurting you. Do you know what I'm saying? Doesn't give you as much room to maneuver. So sometimes that could be a big problem in these games, but this game in particular, it seems fine to me. But I do feel like it's maybe not quite as action-packed, as challenging as some of the others. And I wonder if that's why, because they were like, well, if we try and make it like the others, it kind of turns into a mess because Mario's relatively large to the screen. I'm fairly certain this is as big as Mario has been relative to the screen. Maybe Super Mario, but it feels like he was pretty close to the same size, and that would have been on a larger screen. So I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that, but I don't think so. This is like the most generous claw game in the existence of the world, by the way. Most claw games, it's like, we'll just drop whatever you pick up, that's fine. Ooh, books. For anyone watching this who doesn't know, I'm an amateur author who's got a, what? My most recent work is a book of poems. But, you know, I would say they're like... They're not really poems. They're like... I would say they're almost like little comedy bits or something. Don't know what that is. M-bag. They're almost little comedy bits presented in poem fashion. So if you need to read a book of poems to like impress somebody, make someone think you're smart, read mine, because they're good. They're accessible. You'll know what it's about. There's none of my poems, and this includes, by the way, I've written a book of poems before. None of the poems I write are like those weird poems where you're like, I don't really know what's going on. Like, you know what's going on. You know what they're about. You know who the players are in the poem. You know, it's not meant to be just like imagery or just like, ooh, the sound of the words is so beautiful. You know, I hate that shit. I know some people like that kind of poem, and that's fine, but that's not for me. And like, I don't like to write that stuff. I feel like that's poetry that's written for poetry students. And I'm like, poetry students have plenty of shit to read. Are you telling me you've read everything Philip Levine ever wrote? Give me a break. So that's what I like to read, so that's what I write. I mean, that's kind of my, you know, personal rule about writing, that oh, Halloween Land! Oh, this is great. Pumpkin Zone? I forgot about this completely. This is great. Yeah, look at that guy! He's a little Jason! That's fucked up! You know, it's like a good rule of writing is sort of like write the things you would want to read. I don't necessarily put it that way because I don't know why, but I like to think of it more like, you know, if you write something that you would probably enjoy reading, you'll probably enjoy writing it a lot more. And like, the process of writing a book, you know, I'm not here to just complain about it or whatever, but it's not like a low effort sort of thing. It's definitely a high output, low input situation, or, you know, low outcome. You're gonna put a ton of work into it and make no money. And I don't know that anything else is as much work for output as writing a book. I mean, writing a book of poems, it's probably doubly true. Because who gives a shit about poetry? I mean, even people who read a fair amount probably don't read that much poetry, right? But you know, these poems are about things like, the time... Dracula! The time my mom tried to, like, scam the water company so that her water bill would be lower for the year. It was a really good, plan. So her plan was like, okay, this is what they do, I guess, is they watch your, this is like Splatterhouse meets Mario. There's like, I can't remember what it's called exactly, and I'm gonna mess this up, but it's like Splatterhouse Wanpuku Graffiti or something. And it kind of looks like this. Or Kid Dracula. An unofficial but sort of official entry in the Castlevania series. Anyway, my mom tried to scam the water company because they decide her bill for the year is decided based on like one average month of use. So there was this one, she was like, so this is when they do the averaging. So I figured what I would do is she was like, I used like no water. I did no laundry. Oh shit. That sucks. I did no laundry that whole month. Figuring, you know, that way it would lower the bill and I'd be, damn it. And that way I could, basically pay no money for like a year. Was my plan. Unfortunately, she had the correct month, but what she didn't know was that it was like a month, but it wasn't, if it was March, it wasn't March 1st to the March 31st or whatever. It was, like March 15th to April 15th. So, she was like ultra not using water for the first 15 days, then super using water for the subsequent 15 days. So at best, she probably equaled it out. And at worst, she might have, you know, actually made her bill a little bit higher. It was a worthy scheme. I liked it. You know, but then when I found out, like, when the month... Oh, okay. I am afraid of that ghost. Do. Well, that's the one with something in it, huh? But I did think it was weird that the water company would tell you which month they did it. And it was sort of like, yeah, I mean, it makes sense for them to be like, well, we're not going to tell you which month we're going to do for the average. Because, you know, then you could do what my mom did. I mean, I guess most people probably don't have that level of commitment. Because also I was like, I wonder what the maximum savings for the year would have been. Had she successfully managed this? This is extremely forgiving in that the blocks don't actually... Like, you can stand on them. They're not gone. They're just not visible. But, like, what's the savings for the year? And the average person would probably be like, well, look, if I do this 1 month of this, you know, then I'll save $50 next year. It doesn't seem worth it. I mean, if it was $1,000 for the year, I'd be like, yes, that would probably be worth it. But I have my doubts about that. So I guess, you know, that's why I'm like, I don't know, Mom. What the hell is that? Just an abomination. I like this shithole looking haunted house with these like curtained curtain doorways and stuff. That's the real terror. Man, you gotta be like right on the pipes in this game. Well, there's your problem. You're cooking. None of your pots are over the flame. Well, running seems like an effective idea. Oh my god. I think I know how this game works. I think if you fall in there, you're trapped. You gotta go down the pipe. I remember that. Who's gonna be the boss? A witch in a torture chamber? I mean, witch seem. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's fun. I like that. Boil the pot lid. What did I... Oh, I'm hitting the ceiling, aren't I? Well, so far this is going as I remember, which is not super difficult. But I guess we'll see if Wario's castle is as difficult as I remember. See, like, where's that level? That's like, that must be a secret level, right? Oh, this is like Mechanical Mario. Clockwork Mario stage. I do like that there's like a Mario zone. Why not? I think this game, if I'm not mistaken, is the introduction of Wario. Which, by the way, my understanding, if you haven't heard this already, is that, you know, we laugh about Wario Mario in the States, but actually there's some kind of wordplay happening there in Japanese. So it's beyond just like turning the letter upside down. And it's actually fairly clever in Japanese. And I'll have to take their word for it. But I thought that was interesting. I don't know if Waluigi is any better in Japanese. Oh, shit. But yeah, so, you know, one of the poems in there is about my mom's failure to cheat the system. And, you know, I guess I could have gone further with it and made, you know, some kind of metaphor about how, like, that's kind of my mom's thing. But I didn't do that. I did kind of talk about how it's like, it's nice to have your mom, you know, at an advanced age and she's still doing stuff like that, because you're like, you know what? She's got life in her. You know what I mean? She hasn't, like, given up on life yet. So that's something. And, you know, you gotta think, like, if I was really depressed, if I was, like, contemplating suicide, right? I wouldn't be thinking about how I could, get a good gas bill or water bill for the year. I would just be like, oh, fuck this. That would be the last thing I'd be thinking about. So, it is good on that front. Not that I was, like, worried that my mom was gonna kill herself or something, but, you know. If you think about these sorts of things, there you go. Well, that was a not well-earned half a level right there. Not that I don't like you, Fireball, I just, you know. Alright then. Oh man, there was an angry teddy bear on a ball going over some spikes that I missed. I may have missed out by not doing more of that level. I don't know what's up with these heart 1-ups. Oh, I guess because you have a mushroom and you don't have colors. So what can you do in this game, huh? What the fuck is that? Whoa! Bum bum bum. I think that was gonna explode. I feel like that's a comment on Mario's weight that I don't approve of. This is good stuff. These bullets just never make it easy on Mario in these games, do they? These ones really don't have, like in the other games, they kind of poke out. And then it's like a reluctant turd where it's poked out, but it's not gonna come shooting out right away. In this game, it's a little bit more like, nope. This is like a, oh, you took your Metamucil today? Here it comes. Fuck. Dun dun. Dun dun. Ugh. Alright. This just feels like, well, we made this thing, so why not? Kinda. I don't hate it, though. I just, you know, I don't have much hate for this game. This game is just not one that I think, no, I don't think anyone's gonna call this their favorite Mario, right? And like, Super Mario Land 1 is probably better than this game. I think, well, I have more fond memories of it. And I'm sure people around my age are in that same boat, but, you know. But there's certainly nothing wrong with this game. Just gotta wait. Oh. Good thing I took that. Shit. Well, I guess I could use anything at this point. I spent like 3 hours cooking today. So the way that I started saving money was basically never eating food outside the house. It's not like a rule I have for myself. It's, you know, it's not a hardcore thing. It's more just like I started doing it and realized that like how much money you save by doing that as opposed to eating out. Like I used to eat out for lunch every day. You know, I would eat a Subway or a Qdoba or whatever. And then I was like, well, this is so expensive, you know, and I'm so poor. Why am I so poor? Now, I know, like, a lot of people are not poor because of, like, I'm going to Starbucks every day or whatever. I was poor because I was doing that. But, like, something about me, too, is, like, I'm a hungry man. I have appetites. And these are not sexual metaphors that are disgusting that you don't need. And that's not why you tune in. These are literal things. So the other thing is, when you're a hungry person, when you eat out, it costs you a lot more than it costs, like, a normal person. Oh, shit. Ran right into that guy. Sure, the 3 little pigs. Why not? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So I guess when he's at his apex, he's too high for me to jump on. Probably. So anyway, I started cooking for myself. The thing that made cooking for myself a little more tolerable, well, one was like a little bit of cooking practice. Because, like, when you first start cooking, the first thing I ever really tried to make was from the cookbook A Man, a Can, a Plan. And the premise of that cookbook is gold. Because the premise is... the premise is like, hey, here's how you can... Oh, great. Water zone. Lovely. A Man, a Can, a Plan is like, hey, if you dump all these ingredients into something and heat them up together, you'll have food. And I think that must have sold so many fucking copies, because, like, when you think about that, and you're like, well, that's actually a pretty good idea. Like, if I could learn, if I could make food that's tolerable, it's all canned, so that really helps, because you're like, well, I don't need to waste money on, like, fresh this and fresh that. This is a genius premise. The problem was, everything I tried to make from there sucked. You know, and it's like, well, I guess I shouldn't have expected it to be any good, but I don't know. The thing is, like, I guess you just hope it's gonna be better. I mean, here's the thing. I was a young man and I was trying. I didn't know anything about cooking. You know what I mean? And I still don't know, like, a lot about cooking. I am not a good cook. But it's like, I know enough to feed myself, and usually the food I make isn't horrible. I have occasionally I just for the first time made some salmon that was so bad that I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to eat this. And Poonmaster Flex didn't believe me, because she was like, oh, you're always, like, hard on your own cooking or whatever. And then I was like, I'm serious. I know I've said before that some stuff I made wasn't all that good, or I wasn't sure about it. This is exceptionally bad. And she was like, you're just hard on yourself. You're your own worst critic, da-da-da-da. And so then she ate it, and, like, I could see from the first bite she took that she was like, I've made a mistake. And I was like, yeah. You did. I was like, are you gonna listen to me next time when I say, like, listen, this is like the salmon, you know, this is bad. This is not like Pete's low self-esteem time. This is like, no, this is borderline inedible. The taste of it reminded me of, we had these salmon skin flakes for our cat, and they smelled like shit. They smelled so bad. And, you know, of course the cat loved them, because cats are disgusting that way. It's like, what is this, a super gross smelling fish flake? Yeah, I'm in. That's what it smelled like. Okay, that's just an iron spike. So, anyway. Oh, okay, I can, like, carry a shell, huh? Being able to cook a little has helped quite a bit. And the other thing that's helped a lot is just doing, like, huge batch cooking. So for me, it's a little bit better to cook for, like, 3 hours than it is to cook on three or four separate occasions. That just helps in terms of, like, trying to remember, you know, okay, what do I have? what can I combine to make food out of, you know, what do I have to defrost in order to get this going? Oh shit, I had to stay late at work tonight, now I don't have time to cook this beef I defrosted, now I'm fucked, you know what I mean, all that shit. Oh boy, this is a pipe maze and I should have been paying attention. This is the first time I looked to see if there's time in this game, and there is. Come on. So, I don't know, that just works better for me to do it that way. To live that way. Don't tell people how I live. But what sucks about it is, you know, so I end up spending... It takes me 3 hours. And it's not like that's a super long time, because that's probably how long it would take to cook that amount of food. And it would just normally be spread out over multiple sessions, right? It just sucks because it feels like that day is just like a wasted day. This is awesome. This is inside a whale. This is very gross. I like the diving helmet Goombas a lot. Oh, shit. There they go into the water. That's fun. But yeah, I don't mean to complain about it. It's not like the worst thing in the world. But it is a thing, like... I think it just reminds me of... Cooking reminds me of writing. In that... You know, when it's like, when I think about writing and stuff, it's like, I don't mind. I'm not like in agony while I'm doing it or something. But in some ways, it's not my favorite way to spend time. And it's not like, okay, when you finish doing both, it's not like you then feel relaxed, you know what I mean? You're like, okay, now I feel like I've had a relaxing time. You know, you feel like tired. Well, I don't know how he was planning to hurt me, but he didn't succeed. So does this open Wario's castle? Da-na-na-na-na. Awesome. Awesome! Oh ho ho ho. This is what I thought I would get. Should I get like 30 more coins? Probably, right? Maybe I'll try this ant level and see if I can find a secret. Because I feel like there's a secret in that level. But you know, if nothing else, maybe I can get some coins. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, it just feels like it's adulting, you know what I mean? I don't know who came up with that term, and I don't always like it, but cooking is adulting. And I don't enjoy it. I think that's the thing, is like, I wish I enjoyed cooking, and the thing is too, I don't really I'm not like a foodie, you know, like when I'm eating the food, honestly, I often am like, what I do is I I often eat while like watching something on YouTube or whatever because you know, so when you do this batch cooking, you have a lot of the same thing, right? And it gets old to eat the same thing all the time. So sometimes I just kind of like, I'm like, you just need to eat this food to power your stupid body through another stupid day of your stupid life, right? I don't think I got enough coins, did I? Need more than 4. Whoa. Uh-oh. Maybe there isn't a secret here. Maybe it's in the honey level? The bee level? Anyway, I just like zone out. It's the opposite of advice people give if they're like dieting, because they're like, oh, you know, don't do mindless eating. And I'm like, no, mindless eating works. If your goal is like, look, I'm just trying to live my life and not have it be about anything in particular. I don't want to have to think about food. I have to eat it. I have to survive, but you know, that's about it for me. $9.99. Do you think I can like start and select out of here? Do you think I'm getting more than $9.99, or do you think it's just like, well, you're done? What do you need, Greedzo? Hello. This is almost certainly not giving me more coins, right? I'm gonna move on. Let's move on. Is this one where there were like maybe those blocks I could break with a fireball at some point? Oh my god! Bees are not harmed by fire. This is important to know. Shit. Nothing? Well, damn. No secret level, huh? I know there are secret levels in this game. It's just a question of how to get them. Huh? Alright. Let's go, I think that's the gambling thing. So let's go gamble all our money away. Because fuck it, we're about to go fight Wario anyway, right? If this is gonna be my doom, who wants to die with $999 in their pocket, right? Holy shit. Get like 99 one-ups. Ugh. Awful. Awful. Terrible prize. Okay. Did you see Mario running up there? Here we go. Now remember this level sucking. That is gigantic. I have a feeling this will be easier with bunny ears, but... Oh my god! This is good evil music. I approve. My god. This would be very difficult without these ears. I was just... if you remember, I was talking before about, like, ways you could make... Mario games like more... Like Super Mario World. You could make it more difficult. I just happened to watch a video this morning where someone was saying that that's what he does. So he's like, it's my Christmas tradition every year to play Super Mario... Oh, shit. I remember this now. It's like you could try and not hit that block so this doesn't happen. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Without my ears, I failed quickly. Alright, well now we're gonna have to try it without ears, huh? So he said what he does to make Super Mario World more difficult, because, you know, he plays it every year on Christmas Day, is, shit. He plays it without getting the Switch Palaces. So he's like, it makes some of the, like, special world and stuff, I think, is unbeatable, but he said that the game is completable without getting them. Damn. But also it makes the Bowser levels more difficult, because you usually get a power-up right before the boss on the Bowser level if you've got a, whatchamacallit? The Switch Palaces. But if you don't, then you're kind of screwed. You get whatever you get once you arrive at Bowser, and that's it. So, you know, fun. What a fun idea. Not sure how to deal with this exactly. My god. Okay. This is the hardest part. This part kept killing me last time I played this. Because this part right here, you have to be so exact. Getting on that is tough. Okay, then... That's just basically attacks on your, Oh! See, that kind of looked like I went right through it, didn't it? I'm, like, sorely tempted to go get a bunny ears, you know? This also sucks, because, like, this is kind of long. You just gotta go through it. The whole thing, you know, this is a revisit of old Nintendo. Nintendo of old. Shit. Okay, so you can jump through when it's still attached. Good to know. Ugh. Had to do a real shallow jump on that one, huh? Yeah, it's kind of tough because you can't really see what's coming. I think this is like a stage that you would just have to play enough to rememberize it. Definitely not my strong suit. That was me trying to jump and duck. This the shallow jump, I think? Yep. Yep, that was it. That was the one where if you can make a shallow jump, you'll be in good shape. I guess on the plus. that happens. But yeah, it's kind of a bummer to play this and you get like this far and then one thing hits you and you're doomed, you know? Or you miss one jump and you're doomed. You have to start all over and play those same frustrating sections again. Shit! You get one skull further every time. I'm gonna go get a bunny ears, cause fuck this shit. Where do you think the fastest bunny ear is? I don't think this is gonna be the fastest bunny ear. If there even is one. But yeah, I found it interesting that somebody else was like, is there a way to make Super Mario World a little more difficult? And I was like, oh yeah, there is. There's kind of like a built-in extra difficult mode. I'm gonna have to find out what easy mode on this game is exactly. Okay, I'm curious if Start Select does work. Okay, good to know. I know this has a bunny ear in it. How quick? Was it up there? Shit. This is not gonna be a choice way to, Oh, here we go. Don't run in there. Ah! This is not gonna be a choice way to get a bunny ear. Too slow. Let's see, what else is close to the beginning? I don't feel like this is gonna have a bunny ear in it. I feel like this is gonna have Fireball. That's what I would put here. Yeah. 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 I know this stage has at least one bonus on it. Bonus level. Secret level. Damn it! By the time I get this bunny ear, I'm gonna have forgotten, like, every lesson learned playing the stage up till now. Alright, you know what? Fuck it. I got even less patience for doing this. If I knew the game well enough, I would just pick, you know, one that was, like, obvious. Like, oh, this is the way to go, right? I think if you lose all your lives, like if I were to go to continue and had lost all my lives, I think you lose the coins that you've gotten so far. Or, like, some of the coins go out, or one of them, or I think maybe all of them. And you have to, like, refight those bosses. That's how I remember this working. So you don't want to do that. You You want to quit playing before that happens. I think it just auto-saves your progress, but I'm not sure. This is a speedy, no lessons learned run, isn't it? Okay. This is just the hardest jump for me for some reason. Oh! Oh! It's like the way this level is designed, they know. It's just like, it's long enough, but also it requires you to wait for things. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to just run through this at speed. I don't know how you're supposed to get through that. Should probably take a moment next time and, like, think about it. But it's like, this is like the perfect level to get me and kill me, because it's like, it just requires some patience. Like, if you can be patient, you're probably gonna have a lot better luck on this level. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably true. I just don't know if you can make a shallow enough jump to make that work. And then this one, you have to make the shallow jump. You have to make the jump, Pete. You can't, it's, you know, it's shallow, but it's not that shallow. Come now. Nope. Oh my god. It's kind of like, maybe that's the thing, is like, you just gotta come up with it. If you can come up with a little technique for each little thing, I feel like that improves your chances greatly, right? But what's funny, I mean, it's not funny, but when I've been getting this far, it hasn't been damage that's been killing me. It's been pits. At which, you know, which these items don't really help with at all. And when I say don't really, what I mean is they don't. Shit! Maybe you just gotta walk off onto that. Maybe that's the key to the timing. I got that one the first couple times so easy. And I remembered it being such a bastard the last time I played this that I was like, maybe I just sucked. But now I'm like, no, it sucks. Ah! Now if I could keep the feather till the point where I got to the platform thing, I could probably do okay, you know? But that's a big question mark, I think. Damn it! I don't suppose there's a halfway bell in this stage. That would be too kind. Whew! Okay. Ah! See, that's the thing. You gotta be, like, right on those motherfuckers. Ugh, that kills me. Literally. But yeah, this is kind of how I remember my experience playing this, like, last year or whenever the fuck that was. Was, like, lots of frustration. Lots of, like... Getting killed by that stuff where you're like, I don't know, I think I kind of made that jump, to be honest with you. I think in many other Mario games, that would have been a successful jump. It's like, he had his front foot on it. We really gonna go that route? And then sometimes I'm like, maybe I gotta not run and jump, but this part, it seems like you have a little more control over the jump if you're holding run. And this part, I've done better with the run jump than the not run jump. Hate this. Fuck! Because that's just horseshit, right? The furthest I've been, I think, by one micro jump. But yeah, so this is what it does. This is classic Nintendo nonsense, which is like, this part wears you down. Because you gotta do it every time, and it's like, it's not gonna get you most of the time after you've kind of done it half a dozen times. But, it's gonna get you now and then. And it just like, breaks your spirit. Like that. Cause see, I just didn't want to wait for that fucking thing. I was too impatient. I was like, ugh, let's just make a run for it. Fuck it. You're probably gonna get killed by doing, you know, the jumping anyway, so why bother trying to do anything else? But yeah, I think this is the hardest jump in the game. It's the most nerve-wracking, for sure. It's the one that, like, most abuses the, like, nerves felt by a player. Okay, this is non-running jumping. But that one I ran, because I thought I would probably need to. Okay. Yep, that makes sense. No shit. What is this shit? Oh my god. Ah, fuck. Now you gotta go all the way back? Okay, well I think the skull platforms and those skull bar things That's the technique there, is like the non-running jump. But like, yeah, doesn't this level seem... I mean, this stage is so much harder than any of the other ones up till now. The other ones have been pretty easy. And this one is pretty difficult. So I guess it's like, maybe it's a difficulty ramp-up issue on this game that I have with this game. Because it's like, the difficulty ramp-up is so stark! Alright, here we go. Shit! Okay, you can't make that one that way. Oh, I even had fire. I'd gotten that far with fire. Ah, shit. Okay. There's this book by Scott McCloud called Understanding Comics. And it's got like some philosophy in it, and part of the philosophy is like the idea of like, if something's not perceived, does it exist? You know, tree falling in the woods shit, right? Playing Super Mario does have an element of like, if you don't perceive it, does it exist? Because, like, if Mario doesn't move into an area... When Mario moves into an area, it doesn't matter if I stood and waited for 30 seconds at the beginning of the level, right? It would be... the level would still play out the same way. So in other words, like, Mario being there is what triggers everything in the game, right? And, okay. Oh no! Mario being there triggers everything in the game. And so it's like, not just his perception is like what makes something real, but like his literal presence is what makes things happen. And things do not happen until he arrives. So Mario could definitely be excused for holding that worldview. Just every time I want to just like go under this guy. So I'm like, maybe. Chomp, chomp. I know what's hard about this jump now. You have to, like, fully commit. Like, you can't... There's no time to, like, change direction midair or something. You'll fuck it up. You just have to, like, go for it. And I think that's what makes that jump so difficult. My, lack of commitment. Whew. Ah, shit! It's hard to describe, like, control in a game is like the hardest thing to describe, right? Like when the control is funky, because you see that thing collapse and you're probably like, yeah, he just like didn't jump. But it's like if I push back the other direction before I jump or something, then it's like, no, you didn't jump in time. That was dumb. It's like you didn't jump in time, so you can't like push backwards, you just gotta move ever forwards. But, that sort of feel is hard to describe. You know? I wonder what the story is of this game as far as Wario and Bowser. Like, how does Bowser feel about, you know, has Wario, like, usurped his minions and shit? I mean, he's got all these Goomba blocks. Are the Goombas like, yeah, Bowser, you never honored us by having blocks that look like us? He's like, I guess I didn't, Goombas. Oh my god. Huh! That was close. Like, what is this room? Presented no threats. Hate this. Okay. I think I could just run under these, but at this juncture, I'm like, do I want to lose a hit? You know, because of attempting that? And the answer is no. Okay. Oh, shit. Things in Mario's tend to come in threes. So, is there another room with 3 of those happening? This is like a deadly version of like watching the screensaver on a DVD player thing like on The Office happen. The world's most dangerous game. Okay. I don't know what's happening here. Wario looks great and insane though. Oh shit. Damn it. That's 3. Did I win? I did not win. Oh no! Hey, that should have hit him. Come on now. Ugh! This is like a Wario boss rush. Oh, fuck that. Oh! He's gonna shoot fire at me? This is fucked up. Never realized how fucked up it was that Mario shot fire at things until just this moment. Oh shit. Did I do it? Did we finish? Was that a feather? A shoe? What was that? Ha ha ha. End. Booknote. Thank you, Mario. Your quest is over. Remember when you did that? How did you like when the tables were turned, Mario? Alright, let's see. I was trying to see if I had a telephone handy so I could tell you which game was next, but I do not. I do not. So, I'm thinking it's probably Yoshi's Island. Super Mario Land 2. Or World 2, Yoshi's Island. I think that's next. I hope that's next. That's a fun one. And okay, so I got the SNES Classic, and I've played Yoshi's Island a few times. But you know, I've never finished it since. And I think I've gotten like, you know, to World 5 or something, and then been like, fuck it. You know. That's also, I think, one of Poonmaster Flex's favorite games. So I might actually be able to get her to join me on that one. I'm not sure. We'll see. Testing player. Oh, there's more than one. This is like probably Gunpei Yokoi. This is probably one of the like deep cut Mario songs, right? The end of Super Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins. I'm kind of waiting to see if it says anything about like, you didn't really finish the game, you know. Kind of have to see. Dave Brooks? Kakoma is Mary's last name. His eyes that aren't pointing in the same direction. Yeah. I like in this game they made Wario look just more unhinged, I think. And there was a Mario statue in the castle. I wonder if the story of this game is like Wario wants to emulate Mario and thinks that's what he's doing, but you know, he's doing it all wrong because he's crazed. Which would work. It's kind of like, you know, Ernest does Wario or Mario or something. I don't know. Well, none of my buttons really do anything in typical end of Mario fashion at this point, so I guess that's Mario Land 2 for us. I wasn't sure if I was going to get through it in the first time, mostly because of that Wario castle, but here we are. And it's almost April, and we're getting through a good chunk of Mario at this point, so I'm feeling pretty good about my year-end goal. But I guess we'll see you next time.